Hello and welcome back to a gameplay for all seasons. So today I want to talk to you a little bit more about the recent update we got around Hogwarts Legacy. I want to talk about my hopes and what I want to see in that update, but just before I do, I want to talk a little bit about my thoughts and feelings on the update now that we're a few days afterwards. I'm sure you've already heard about the update and what happened, which is essentially we got an email from Warner Brothers. It was called the September Sneak Peek, and within there, they had a bunch of information that's coming up. And right at the bottom, there was a section which was called Coming Soon, and within it, there was a picture of Hogwarts Legacy. So obviously that means an update is coming soon from Hogwarts Legacy. Initially, when I read it, I thought it was going to be September because it was in the September Sneak Peek, but it seems actually it's just telling us at some point in the future, we will get an update on Hogwarts Legacy, which in itself is probably quite obvious that at some point in the future, we were going to hear something about Hogwarts Legacy. I guess it's good, it's still on the radar. The fact it's coming soon, hopefully, that means it is soon and not sometime next year. But almost, I think we're going to have to wait and see on that one. For all we know, it could be September, but it seems like at this point that might be unlikely. Whenever we do get that update, obviously I'll be sharing the information on this channel, talking about it, and all those good things. Do hit the subscribe button if you want to stay up to date. But let's get into the content of what I want to talk about in this video, which is what my hopes are for next piece of information that we get. Now, what I'm actually hoping for is I'm hoping for some sort of trailer. And when I say trailer, it's a bit of a weird one, isn't it? Because it was really good to get the first Hogwarts Legacy trailer. It's given us a load of bits of information about the game, and we know some of the Fantastic Beasts are going to be in there. We know Ghosts are going to be in there. We know what it's going to look like and other good things as well. However, it doesn't really tell you the feel for the game. So for example, if I look at the recent God of War video that we got, that may not have a load of gameplay in there, or it may overly give you a feel for how the game will play. But because we've already had God of War, I've played God of War, I know by looking at that gives me a good idea of how the game's going to feel. Whereas with Hogwarts Legacy, I don't really know how it's going to feel. I don't know how it's going to play. It tells me that it's third person, but again, it's a bit difficult to tell from the trailer which bits are gameplay and which bits are simply cutscenes. So though I do want some gameplay and to see how things work, in reality, what I really want is a bit more information. I don't want just another trailer which is sort of flicking from one scene to another and shows you a few more Fantastic Beasts and the dragon doing something a bit different. I like to actually know how the game's going to play, which kind of goes into my next things that I want to see from this next update, which is firstly, how are the classes going to work? So this is obviously going to be a big part of the game. It's the part of the game that one of the parts of the game that I'm really looking forward to playing. And it's a bit hard to get your head around exactly how it'll be. So only game that I can really say is similar to this is Bully, which obviously has classes in. So you kind of imagine it might work like that, but there is no reason it has to. It could work completely differently. And I really like to get a bit of information, maybe a bit of gameplay showing you how the classes work, rather than just a cutscene from it. I think that would be really good if we got that. The second thing that I really, really want to know about is the sorting ceremony. So they said on the FAQs, they said we're going to give you a bit more information in the future. Obviously, we are now in the future. We're going to get an update. We don't know what that's going to be. I really would like if we got some sort of update to know how the sorting ceremony is going to be. I've made videos on that before, but to me, I'd really like it. So you get a few questions to determine which house you're in, and then obviously you might have that ability to change it depending on which house you actually want to be in. But it'd be interesting to know how detailed they're going to go into that. The second big question I've really got in the game that I would like to have a bit more information from, and as I say, this information doesn't necessarily just need to come in a trailer. We don't know if this can be someone sitting down talking about it. We don't know if this can be some written information somewhere. So we don't know if this is going to be an update to the game FAQs to give us a bit more information, which I would personally quite like. But I would like to know at the start of the game, where are you getting your equipment from? I keep saying on various videos that I expect that we're going to get all of our video from Hogsmeade, because I believe you can get pretty much everything there. However, it could be Diagon Alley. I see that as an outside bet, but it could happen. Or it could be we're not getting any of the equipment at all and it's just completely provided for us. Similar to the wand. Are we going to be able to get our own wand? We've seen that screenshot where we see a wand, but whether we really get the opportunity to buy the wand is currently somewhat unclear. So I'd like some more information on that. The other piece of information that I really, really hope we get in this update, and I think there's a really good chance we may get something on this, is more information as to when they really think this game is going to release. Now, I would say even if they do give us something, I don't expect it to be a date. I expect it to be some more general point in the year, for example, fall 2022. That would be my current guess of when you're going to get it. However, I would say no matter what they say, with what's been going on with the industry at the moment and the fact games keep getting delayed, I would still take that with a pinch of salt and take that as what they're currently aiming for. And don't be too disappointed if whatever date it is they give us gets pushed out a bit more. Hope you enjoyed this. Let me know your thoughts on what you want to see, and I'll see you in the next video.